This video is based upon a Western Psychological Association presentation at the 2016 convention entitled, "Do Panhandlers Get More When Accompanied by a Dog or Child?" The authors would be Erica Cifuentes and T.L. Brink from Crafton Hills College. Fast findings: the panhandlers are perceived as earning the most when accompanied by a child and the least while alone. Of course, there's been a great increase in the number of beggars over the last few decades. And here we're looking at several hypotheses in this research. We predicted that female panhandlers would do better than males, and a panhandler accompanied by an infant or dog would do better than an unaccompanied panhandler, and persons higher in religiosity will be more likely to donate more. Also, persons higher in the trait of agreeableness will be more likely to donate more. The method was to ask community college students about several background variables, including religiosity and the personality trait of agreeableness. This was a 2x3 factorial design experiment. One of the manipulations was that half of the subjects were presented with a hypothetical local female panhandler and the other half with a hypothetical male panhandler. Instead of asking whether the subject would give money to the panhandler or how much money would be given, the subject was told to estimate that panhandler's daily take using the ordinal scale we see here. So these repeated measures estimates were given for the beggar working alone, then with a dog, and finally with an infant. Here are the results of this survey. Majority of the participants were male. About a third were already parents themselves. A majority were in their 20s. Very few, about 16%, were over age 30. This sample's mean score on the agreeableness scale was 9.4 with a median of 9 and a mode of 8. Nobody scored less than 5, although it's possible to score as low as 2 on this scale, but nobody scored that low. Religiosity had a median and modal answer of fairly religious. Now that's below the national norms found by Gallup, where 56% of the subjects found themselves saying that religion was very important. Whether the panhandler was described as male or female made no difference in the estimated take, but being alone had a lower mean than being accompanied by a dog or infant. Here are the amounts, but notice the fairly large standard deviations there. So once again, the greatest amount is perceived as going to those with infants and the smallest amount to those alone. This difference was very significant. And there were intercorrelations between the estimates. The same subjects who estimated a high take for one begging condition estimated a high take for the other begging conditions. Male participants were more likely to estimate a higher take when the panhandler had a dog. There were no significant relationships with background variables such as age, parental status, religiosity, or agreeableness. Future research in this area must use more qualitative approaches, such as ethnography and focus groups, to better understand the dynamics of the panhandle.